Hello, world. Welcome to Pardon the Politics podcast, season 2, episode 46. I'm your co-host Jeezy, along with my brother and my partner in politics, Manny. My brother, how you doing today?
Brother, we made it through the year. But we did it.
We did, bruh. That's it. We did it. Period.
We got to the finish line,
bruh. By only the grace of God, we have made it thus far.
Only.
And in this episode, to our listeners, we have another special treat for you. Once again, we got our brother Chuck from Encompass that's joining us on the last episode of the pod. My brother Chuck, what's good with you, man? That don't sound good. That don't sound good.
No.
We might. This episode might go left.
Listen, you like you said, we made it. It's interesting enough. Episode 46. I'm about to hit the kids 6, 7.
Bruh, oh my God.
It drives me insane.
Bruh,
but
nuts.
yeah. I'm happy to be here, man. Let's have some fun recapping how things have been going and live life.
Bruh,
Before we hit that,
as the good old gospel song says, we've come this far by faith.
By faith.
Leaning on what?
Yes, sir.
Leaning on the Lord.
The Lord. So to our listeners, welcome to episode 36. This episode being our final
46.
episode. Excuse me, 46. Excuse me. Charge to my head and my heart. Pause. But to our listeners, episode 46, if you've listened to us all year, you've been with us through season 1, season 2. If you joined mid season 2, we're honored to have you a part of this episode, this last episode of the year 2025. And on this episode, what we're going to do, we're going to keep it simple. There's been a lot of chaos politically, domestically, foreign. There's been a lot that has gone on. We've given you spotlights. We've given you tons of pickles, Pauls. I
was getting ready to say. I was like,
I had it ready. I followed it up with it. But we've given you so much in all of these episodes that we want to, on this episode, just give you a recap of some of the headlines that we have talked about, ones that have happened throughout the months that have gone on this political landscape in 2025. So if you're tuning in, thank you, welcome. And we're going to jump right into it, man. And we're going to start with the month of January. And I think there's no question with the month of January what took place. And we got back on the roller coaster ride that is known as Trump train.
Whoa. I mean, but it sets the tone for the year because it was a train because he
train wreck,
train
ride, the other train.
A train was had.
Bruh,
I mean, we're being trained.
Never mind.
Right.
We should have known in January that this year was going to be crazy when the inauguration couldn't even happen like a normal inauguration. They had to have it inside of the rotunda. And we should have known then that we were kicking this thing off in an odd fashion.
We knew.
Yeah.
Well,
but did we know?
Hold on.
Hindsight is 2020, though. Did we know it was going to be this crazy?
We gotta hold on and give somebody some credit that is not a part of the political landscape normally.
Okay.
We gotta shout out Cat Williams because this Club Shay Shay
it's his fault.
Bruh,
he said it was gonna be some stuff this year.
He bruh. I don't know what kind of drug Cat Williams on. They give him the insight and wisdom and knowledge that he had to foresee what 2025 was gonna be. But brother man didn't. He won't wrong.
Won't lie.
He didn't miss.
What was that ayahuasca, whatever that stuff is.
Something. He
Aaron Rodgers be on,
bruh. That stuff, man, it give you that insight. But he called it, and it has definitely been, man, a crazy year. And we should have known with the start of the second term. And in that, man, I know for me, and Manny, you know, and Chuck, you know as well, you know, I still was grieving the loss that Big Mala had taking her and the Minnesota Mongoose. And and in watching that inauguration, man, I can speak for myself and maybe to some of our listeners. I didn't think that it would be this bad, but man, it's been a year. And it started off with that inauguration, man.
To a question you asked for, did we think it was going to be this bad. And I think we did. But I don't think it was the sustainedness of all of it.
Yeah.
Like, it never actually stopped. Like, even in the prep for this week, I don't know if it was because, we had Christmas this week, just end of the year. It felt quieter.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm going back and reading the news stories and, like, reviewing the news stories, and I'm like, in any other decade, any other 5-year period, some of these are major news-shaking reports that are coming up.
Yeah.
And we're just unfazed by it right now.
Well,
So,
I thought.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No,
I would say I'm with you, and with the inauguration, leading up to the inauguration with, I just had a Sleepy Joe moment with Biden, and that was unintentional. Oh my God,
the Biden blip.
I had a Biden blip, but I was going to speak on how it was so quiet on the Biden front with the transition, and him taking such a large back seat for so long with Kamala taking the charge in the race. And normally with that transition from one president to the next, there is a lot of activity and there's a lot going on where it wasn't at that level of fervor this year. Then, like you mentioned, Jeezy, the inauguration was not of its normal fanfare.
Yeah.
And go ahead, man.
No, and I think that I think those are great points. But I think that's one because this is in this transition, you saw Donald Trump coming into an office that he knew. Like, he was one of the few people in history outside of a president running for back-to-back terms that was actually running that we knew the job 1,000%.
But see, what I guess the point I'm making is not even so much about the transition of power and the transition of, hey, this is what's going on in this job. The activity from the sitting president wasn't as much of a fervor. Just that
but I think,
end of the time and getting things done, even down to the amount of pardons that you see, and just the different things that you see on the way out.
Yeah,
it was more subdued.
I think you usually, in most other presidential cycles, I think we usually have from the time that the election happened till the inauguration. That's the real lame duckness. Like the country sees the lame duckness of the president. That didn't happen in this case. The lame duckness of Joe Biden stopped as soon as Kamala stepped up to lead the ticket. Oh, yes. So, like, we don't have this whole long period of, like, quote unquote, I'll say mourning or celebrate. Let's do this. Celebrating the president. We didn't have that.
Yeah.
And maybe it would have been more of that had Kamala won. But she didn't win. Yeah. So, but I think you're spot on with the feel.
Or did she? Okay. I'm sorry. No X-Files yet. No.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I definitely agree with that, man. It definitely felt that way. And I've seen a couple of clips this past week of the inauguration, and just seeing Joe and Kamala sitting there as Trump, rattled off the things, and it's the new golden age and all these things. I mean, it just further confirmed what you both are saying, man, and just it was kind of sad, man. The way that it just all seemed to flow. And it made me think that even from a transition perspective, what real transition was there that even took place between both of these administrations? Because it to me appeared like there was much of none.
It seemed like if there was any transition, it was only structural.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, here are the keys.
Did we even? I can't remember. Did we even
Here
get because I know normally the president leaves the next president a letter. Do you recall ever hearing that happened around that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Biden left the track from from Big from Tupac. SWAT FU.
Not hit him up. Biden, Joe Biden version.
Bro. I wouldn't have left him.
But you're right. I don't ever remember hearing that. It would not shock me if Biden did, because Biden at his core seems like he cares about the tradition and the office enough. He would have done that.
I mean, most grandpas do.
Did he write that letter with his auto pen though?
Hey, so you know Trump. Well, at this point, Trump can't talk because he might have an auto pen, but brother, the way that y'all be using ChatGPT is nuts.
Wow. His apples and orange test that he take.
Bro.
Tell us this shape that you see.
Bro, we got to talk about that one day, brother. At some point, we're going to realize that Trump publicly paraded that he was getting tested for dementia and applauded himself out loud that he was passing cognitive dementia tests to see how far his brain had deteriorated.
And it was like every month, and like. But then again, that's where we were as a country. We're like, oh man, he's getting tested every month, and like no one really thought to say, like, wait, what?
We get too far in the year.
Yeah, sorry,
man. I was just about to say, bro. I was about to get right on the bandwagon with you, bro.
And that was January,
bro. But we should have known then that we were off to a rocky start, and as the months progress, we see that indeed held true. So, what headline do we have in February?
Man, after you have the president, you have the confirmations and all of the joys and the comedy. And here's what I'll say about the major confirmations: Trump got most of these done. You guys know, as listeners, that we will give him kudos and tear him down as we deem is necessary.
Yes.
He got pretty much every confirmation through. I mean, they were close. Right. They were close, man. But
and up until this moment of this recording, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but no one has been fired yet.
No one's been fired.
Which is shocking, because I think in the first term...
No. Because remember we had... None of the major ones, because remember we had the IRS dude who was there for about 24 hours.
Oh yeah, but didn't he get reassigned though?
Yeah, he just got moved to a new seat.
Oh, yeah, because that's the move that they be doing. You don't really get fired in this administration. You get made an ambassador of something.
You get regulated to the minor leagues,
which we need. Herschel Walker to come to the table, because he's the ambassador of some place, and I ain't heard him do no work.
Bro.
So I'm the ambassador don't mean nothing.
You're probably the ambassador of Uzbekistan.
Bro, it's something crazy.
but to your point about nobody being fired, you're not going to fire your puppets. At least in his first administration,
that's a good point.
You had a lot of guys who would stand up to Trump.
That's a great point.
Listen, Roger Stone is not going to let you talk to him crazy too many times.
Yep.
Steve Bannon, a Trump champion, but there's so many times. But so many times you're going to talk to him crazy. So in that first administration, he had a lot of guys who would stand up to him and give pushback.
Yeah, actually do their job.
Yeah.
And to our listeners, that should definitely, to what Chuck is saying, that should definitely be a wake-up call to let you know what type of administration we dealing with, because you did have that accountability. That's the key word. In the first administration, we don't have any of that right now. Go ahead, Chuck, to your point.
No, you knocked it out, finished it up perfectly. The level of accountability... Yes, indeed. That was almost
bad. That was bad.
That almost called for a moment of silence. But yes, there was no accountability. There's no accountability now. They're puppets.
I'll give two responses. I agree with the puppet thing, but I'm going to add a layer of like context around it.
Okay.
I also believe that no one has been fired yet in this administration because nothing bad enough has happened where Trump has to someone's head has got to roll.
If it ain't, bro, we got toes on off the edge of that cliff.
Oh, because the signal, and we're getting ahead of ourselves.
That's why I said. There
are a couple things that have gotten close where I think we would all say, hey, if this story hangs around another week or two, like someone's getting fired.
But also,
and it's like they all happen to end right before it gets too bad.
I also think that part of that is if I keep them there, I have an automatic fail-safe. I have an automatic scapegoat to say it's them.
Agreed.
And we're seeing, and that's later on down the line in the year, but we've seen that in the past month and a half.
Yeah, but I'm just shocked that it hasn't gotten to that point yet already. Like where he's had to get rid of somebody. Like he survived a couple fires this year. We're going to hit them.
Part of that is he was taking a nap when it happened.
Bruh.
In the midst of it happening at the Resolute desk, he was taking a nap.
There's something that always seems to happen when these things go on. If you notice, when they ask Trump about him, he never knows what's going on. He always like, I've never heard of that. This is my first time hearing about this.
Ask Johnny.
You're gonna have to talk to that person. I don't know. But my thing is,
look, that man said that's not in his job description.
Bro, Trump literally like, I'm just the president.
He said I delegated that. So
once I delegated it is not my responsibility.
Go talk to them.
Bro. So when you think about these confirmations, one in particular, and when you talk about puppets, one that just I still can't believe got passed is Cash App Patel. And
who is as big as a puppet, actually.
But this is the thing. Does being a puppet equal total loyalty? Because how do we know that just because Cash is doing what Trump is telling him to do, what else is Cash doing that Trump doesn't know that he's doing? Because Trump is asleep.
So to that point, a puppet does not mean total loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
A puppet means I am going to do what needs to be done to advance and put myself in better position. And we see that with a lot of them. I completely agree. No, I don't believe because.
But I say that because I feel like that's how Trump views it.
It's definitely
he does. He does.
It's definitely one of those like you can do whatever you need to do, but when I call and tell you I need you to do X, you need to be picking up that red phone and doing what needs to be done.
But that is so dangerous because just looking at, for instance, again, Cash App Patel. When he's all said and done and it's over, what condition will he leave the bureau? These people that have been confirmed, when their time is over as head or director or whatever it may be, once they're done, what damage that we don't know they're doing that will be catastrophic to us trying to run this nation as a whole when these departments are going to be from a structural standpoint so crippled. I mean, just because you put a puppet in charge.
Jeezy, I'm going to tell you what it is. It's exactly how it is when, as a parent, you say, my kid's been quiet for too long.
Bruh.
And then you go in there and you shake your head I knew they were quiet for far too long. It's truly, and to the question of loyalty and puppeteering, to the guys I spoke of earlier, they're loyal. They're not puppets. Because to this day, they will tell you they support and back and ride for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to call them stand-up men. They stand on their principle and their belief.
Yeah.
We don't know what these people stand for and believe. that's the puppet nature I speak to, in that they are just they probably have underhanded backside agendas, but they're just mouthpieces for Trump.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing. They're
Well,
doing the bidding as they are handling their own agendas on the other side.
well, I'm just shocked that in all of these confirmations that no one's gotten fired, especially Pete KXF, Cash App Patel.
Okay.
Bruh, I don't know what Dr. Oz does. Only thing Dr. Oz does is that whenever there's a press conference, if y'all notice, every time that he's at a press conference, someone passes out and he runs and he's there to save the day. Every single time. He's sitting there. The last time he was speaking, Bobby Kennedy, he went into a coughing spell, and Trump had to call. Trump was like, give him the medication, give him the serum now. The next one, some dude just passed out in the back, and y'all remember Trump stood there like a fool.
He's like,
That's because
I bet you're wondering how I got here.
Bro, you know, hold on, bro. I got it. When that man fell out and Trump just stood there, Trump was sleepwalking. And when that man fell, it woke him up, and he realized when he woke up, he was in front of all them cameras. He said,
he's like, huh?
I'm in front of the nation. And he just stood there. Because what can you do?
Either that or he just soiled himself.
Bro,
listen.
hey, you know how toddlers be. You see him standing in that corner, you like, what you over there doing? Next thing you know, you got a blowout.
That's exactly what it was with Trump. That man passed out. He was asleep. It startled him, and he was just stuck. Like, okay, somebody gonna help him out.
Bruh.
What you expect Trump to do? Get up there and cut a jig real quick? Like, hey.
For as much as he calls Sleepy Joe,
bro, the man be taking his nap.
You like to doze off too, Donald.
Dozing Donnie.
You like to doze off Donald. You like to take you a nap or two now too. So you can't talk about Sleepy Joe but so much now. But,
and look, and this comes from me. I'm a man who loves a good nap.
Hey.
But man, you be napping.
You nap at the wrong time.
Frequently.
That man is napping in the middle of a meeting that he called and is running.
And I've been there. There's been meetings I've called where I want to take a nap too. I don't. But
Poor calendar management, bro.
Listen, let me do a little self-deprecation here. So I've had a situation where I'm diagnosed with obstructive sleep apnea. And before I started taking measures to address it, I used to struggle with sleeping at night in increments of 2.5 hours, sometimes an hour and a half, and just waking up off and on. So I go to work, and my team used to always talk about how I be sleeping in my office. And I'm like, hey, it is what it is. Well, one day I was helping a customer.
Oh, bro.
Uh-oh.
And in the middle of helping this customer, I fell asleep.
Bro, that's wild.
In the middle of helping them and talking to him, and they was like, "Hey, are you asleep?" I was like, "Nah, I'm sitting here thinking about how we're gonna resolve this issue for you."
You definitely pulled a Donald.
Hey,
You definitely pulled a Donald.
Bro. I was like, "What in the world?" Bro. And that was one of the points I was like, "Okay, I gotta get
I gotta do something about it.
Got to do something about it." Well, I'm talking about mid-conversation and helping them. They were talking, and I'm sitting there looking at my computer screen, and I just fade to black.
Power down.
Terrible.
Power down. Them pixels on that computer screen rocked you right on to sleep.
RBG.
Bro, hey man, Trump got to do something about this because look, we just now getting to 1 year in this presidency. Bro, in this term, bro, you got 3 more. If you sleep like this in year 1, we might catch in year 2. We might catch him drooling. We might catch him doing it. You seen
with his mouth open,
bro. Now, Lord, you done blessed me in 2025.
Yes, sir.
I can't ask for nothing else. But if I can ask you for a moment to let me experience, is in 2026, let Trump be sitting in one of them meetings and get one of them head kickbacks that you see them old folks in church
break your neck.
that break that neck that you. If you let me get one of them moments live on TV, Lord, look, I'll serve you faithfully to the day I die.
Man,
and to see that wig flop back up. Oh, bro, you ain't got it, bro. Ain't got to ask me, Lord. You ain't got to worry about me now. One more time, bro. I'm good. One more good. I'm good, bro.
Hey, Jeezy, that hairpiece gonna flop like a wave,
bro.
How you doing?
Hey, you remember the old Link? You remember them old Lincolns and Buicks, bro? That your grandma and grandpa used to have back in the day. And after a while, that ceiling starts sagging a little bit.
The ceiling falls. Yep.
The ceiling starts sagging.
All down.
That boy gonna move like that.
Yes, sir.
But man, you know, we're getting back to the moving along. February with the confirmations and talking about people getting fired. I thought March would have done it, and I think we all thought March was gonna do it. We had the leak that came out, bro, and we found out. And I don't know how disappointing that. I still know some of our listeners. You may use group chat or WhatsApp, but we and Drake use Signal. And it was very disheartening to me to find out that the same level of encryption that me and my brothers use in our messaging,
and
our
Drake.
Government and Drake use it. Our government uses it as well too. There was a leaked group chat involving national security officials revealing internal messaging, and nobody got fired from it.
So
I feel like somebody got fired. I feel like somebody got fired, but it was like
the boy to go get the coffee.
That's it. The
right, social media director.
Yep. Yep.
But I have a different feeling about them using Signal.
Okay.
That actually reaffirmed the decision to use Signal.
Why would you say?
Hey, bro.
Versus what we used before. I ain't gonna call out what we used before, but it reaffirmed it. Oh, if it's good enough for them, I know we were on the right track.
I for a hot second, I low key felt like that we were presidential with it, bro.
Hey, facts, and the fact that we had been using it for a while.
Yep.
It was a while we had been using it before.
I remember when Drake said something about it in the song. We were like, hey.
No,
chill out,
you
bro.
can't be.
Chill out.
Can't be
Don't
letting
tell
the
everybody our
spotlight.
business.
You making the spotlight.
Telling everybody our business, bro. But yeah, that I agree. It was a point where it was like, this might be it.
Yeah.
Like you allowed this to slip up to somebody outside the game.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that you let this slip up, but the reports were you was going loose on the goose.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the confusing part for me. When I ran for office,
Fun times.
every journalist was marked a very specific way in my phone.
Smart.
And knowing how Signal is set up, I would say you got some really improper contact management to just casually
or you was just blazed out your mind and super drunk, or
you knew what you were doing.
Bro.
We actually low-key almost prophetic there, Jeezy, with the conversation about loyalty and puppeteering. Because Keg Seth was a former journalist of sorts.
Yep.
So, Manny, you I see the direction you're pointing, brother.
I'm just saying.
Bro.
I'm just saying.
At any rate, I it's the severity of it. And I think the thing that was funny in that moment, well, odd in that moment, was I felt like all the American people thought that this was serious, but this administration. We all were like, hey, that doesn't sound like that's supposed to be happening.
Yeah.
And everything was, oh, it ain't that big of a deal. Hey, he just made a mistake. Like, sensitive information and just sharing it over an app isn't just a mistake. I mean, it is a mistake, but that's a pretty big darn mistake.
I mean, yes. But to be a little bit also equally concerning, the fact that they were giving the go-aheads to launch missiles and attacks via emojis and GIFs, I was like,
Childish.
we are very unserious as a country right now.
I mean, you confirm somebody that was unserious.
True.
I mean, if I hire a child, I expect child work.
Yep.
I expect child quality.
Yes, sir.
I don't. If I need the job done, I don't go hire somebody that don't know what they're doing. I go hire somebody that's well qualified. If I need somebody to look at my heart, I don't go to the foot doctor.
And I think
Unless you're, never mind,
bro. I was trying to alley.
I mean, because some people say if you put something on the bottom of your feet at night,
bro,
it can pull toxins from your heart.
That's toxins.
That's what somebody told me. I ain't gonna tell you who told me that, or where they massage parlors are at, but that's what they said.
Bro, was grandma a Christian and practicing witchcraft? Never mind.
I mean, you know, back in Southern culture, there is some.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
That Geechee life is
bruh.
It's a fine line.
Hey, bro.
It's a thin line.
I be wondering sometimes.
Christianity and voodoo.
You talking about tie this collar leaf around my arm and it's gonna take this? Hey, wait a minute now. That look like
or putting the egg above the door sill.
Yep. Door it up.
Bruh.
That baby teeth and just put a little egg up there.
Bruh, what y'all practicing? Cause I don't read the Paul nor Peter did any of this.
Not damn one of them.
But at any rate, man.
Well, hold on now. They did put blood above the door, so I mean,
them were specific instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say they didn't get them instructions from up high either? I mean, egg, embryo, blood, firstborn. I mean,
hey, I'm with Chuck, bro. Thin line, bro.
I'm just saying.
It's a thin line.
It's a thin line.
But before we continue to roll on through the months, here's what I will also denote about Signal Gate. It's not like Jeffrey Goldman got added and just saw what they were talking about. He got added, and then 2 days later, they were talking about the strike. So Jeff had been in there a hot 48 hours before they started talking about this particular strike.
Mm-hmm. So they in there shooting the breeze.
Yeah, they in there chilling. They ain't even got it separate aside. Like you got the one group chat where you just shoot the breeze, and the one that we, the serious stuff. This is the one we really drop. They doing it all in one. It's super Walmart. They got everything. Bruh.
I was definitely about to say the Golden Corral or Signal Chat, bro. It's the buffet of conversation.
Hey, but I do remember I like the way that one person moved when all this got asked though. Tulsi Gabbard said, "Hey, look, bro. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Hey, you know it's happy hour today? Hey, you know they got wings? Hey, 50-cent wings? I don't know what you're talking about. Signal. I use left and right. I always turn my signal on.
When I'm changing lanes, I do use my signal.
Yes,
for
sir.
sure.
I'm glad you're concerned. Yeah, I have to hear to every signal that I see. Mm-hmm. Yep.
When I get on the plane, I look for the signal to buckle my seatbelt.
Yep.
To stand up and deboard. Yes, sir, I do.
Oh yeah, I sit by the where they signal the emergency doors. Oh yeah, I sit a row behind it all the time. That's my favorite seat.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Right. She got up out of there with the quickness.
That's how you do it.
She said, nope.
That's how you do it.
Not
My
me.
name Bennett, and I ain't in it. I ain't in it. Let the clowns play. Let the clowns play. Well, when we jump to April, what happened, bro? At this point,
April is my favorite month. I just want to put it out there before we talk about the subject. You know, I was born in April.
Hey, national holiday. Yes, sir.
My wife was born in April.
Okay.
My whole chapter of my fraternity was chartered in April. I mean,
yes, indeed.
You know, it's a lot of love for April.
Yes, sir.
And then there was some heartache in April of this year, particularly for the Catholic Church, as good old, was it Pope Francis, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Pope Francis, they change names with every outfit. But Pope Francis passed in April, and it was a very interesting time because in his passing, this might have been a question of voodoo as well. Because before he passed, he had a visitor come see him.
He did.
He did.
And sit up with him, and it was broadcasted across the world. Merely days before he passed.
No, I don't think it was days. I think it was like 24 hours.
I think it
was
might be
24 hours?
I thought it was
2 days.
48 to 72 hours, bro.
Yeah, I thought it was 48 hours. I thought it was like a day and a half. Either way.
It was enough time where Pope Francis says, I need to personally go see the man upstairs about this.
It gave me Game of Thrones vibes, like when Tyrion had to go see Lena Martell. And that was,
yes, sir.
She said, "Let Cersei know it was me." That was the Pope. He said, I'm gonna go ahead and take this poison, but you go ahead and let them know it was me, and I'm up out of here.
He said, I need to personally go speak to the father about this young individual.
So those who don't know, you should, if you follow the pod, the boys were definitely covering this. But J.D. Vance went and visited Pope Francis before his do you want to, can you say untimely? I mean, because he was old. He was old. And quite honestly, the way I was brought up, if you were serving of the Lord, his time is always on time.
Right.
So, but anyway.
I don't think that black people say untimely.
No.
Because he's an on-time guy. Yes, he is.
So much more I can say, but I'm for the sake of the pod, I'm going to leave it alone.
But yes.
And I did check. It was the next day.
It was the next day. Okay.
That was some powerful powder.
That's that pure Colombian uncut.
Bruh. Terrible.
Yeah.
Don't sit down with JD Vance, bro. I don't want to sit down with. I don't want to lunch with you. I don't want to sit down for a meeting. Every team call me because physically you done had a man die within 24 hours of being with you.
Bro, less than 24 hours, Pope Francis says, "I'm going to go talk to God about you."
I need to sit. Sit at his feet.
Do you know how bad things got to be that you expedite your return? You know how bad where you at right now that you, bruh, that's the equivalent of being me saying, hey, my flight supposed to leave Tuesday, but I heard that there's some bad weather coming in here. Let me call and see if I can get my flight moved up.
Listen,
let me go ahead and get out of here now before it get too bad.
That man hit the next day air out of here.
Bruh. Change that from UPS ground to air.
To air.
Bruh, within the same. No, I don't think it was within the same month that we got a new pope, right?
No,
we'll keep. I believe it was okay. I just want to double check.
Yeah, it wasn't within the same. It wasn't within the same month, and it actually works a perfect segue in May.
And here's the wild thing. If we would have just stopped talking about these 4 items individually, that's a full year. That's a jam-packed year, man.
Bruh. That's a full year.
Bruh.
Nah, man.
The fact that we just didn't get into May.
That's the first third of the year.
Bruh. Ridiculous. Well, in May we got the new pope, and for our listeners and those of you who may not be aware, I just want to go ahead and let you know that the new pope is not black.
He's not.
Or is he?
He is from Chicago. He is from Chi-Town.
No, they had a genealogist.
Hold on.
Brother. Okay, so
fill me in. Pause. Hey, I said,
so,
bro,
you got it.
That's like a hat. That's like, yeah.
So,
So,
Feds watching. Feds watching.
So for our listeners at the pod, we're all in different locations.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, all right.
Look, we had just made a disclaimer like the feds watching, bro. They lock it in.
My Wi-Fi, I don't know what had the light is green, and all of a sudden it was like your internet connection is unstable, and I'm like,
see, we done made one Pope joke too many.
Hey, grandma, if they come get me, you know what it is, baby.
Bro,
I love me. I ain't never gonna commit suicide.
What you smoothly say? If they say I hurt myself, they're lying.
Lying.
If I ate a sub at Subway, they lying.
I know it's not real tuna. I'm not eating that.
I am not suicidal,
Bro.
I am not suicidal.
Eating Subway, you are. Never mind.
Oh man! But to that point, what was in that Pope?
Leo.
Pope Leo.
Yeah, Pope Leo.
Pope Leo from Chicago. When it was announced that Pope Leo was selected, when we seen the white smoke, which it was very entertaining to me because our very own Jeezy was very, very entrenched in the white smoke. And the commentary from him concerning the white smoke was A1. If you missed that,
I just remembered it.
Yes, the white smoke coverage was A1 from my good brother Jeezy.
Hey, bro,
top tier coverage.
Hey, man, so, I just do the Lord's work.
Yes, sir. So in that. As we followed and the white smoke appeared and it was announced who the Pope was, like everything else, people immediately dive in with the drill down of information. Mm-hmm. And then it came out that his folks, I believe on his mother's side, originate, I want to say Louisiana, somewhere down there. Oh. And they have black ancestry.
So we got a nope after all.
And in this, they were what you would call white passing because they were of a fairer skin. And so when his mother met his father is white, Caucasian male. Yeah. But his mother met his father, and because it's his maternal grandmother that is of African American descent. Met his father, they moved to Chicago, and no more spoken of. Yeah, the rest is history. Now he does not. I don't want to say recognize, acknowledge that. Like they don't operate in the instant of, I'm a third. I got a smidgen.
He pulling the Tiger Woods.
No, Tiger just said I'm. Tiger said I am a blot. I ain't no color. I'm a blot. But Pope Leo and even his brother, because I actually saw his brother. Do a 60-minute interview on 60 Minutes after he was selected as the Pope. And there's no mention of their African American ancestry, but they did a genealogy and ran it all the way back. And I think it was his maternal grandmother where that bloodline flows. So we got a partial nope.
Hey, we all got a little black in it somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's where that came from. But yeah, they were digging deep into his background for sure.
And I think
gave him that Obama background.
Where's your birth certificate?
The other part that was really interesting came out of this is that for years it had been said that there would never be an American Pope. Yeah. It would give the United States too much power if the person, essentially the head of the Catholic Church, to also be an American, for them to be an American military superpower, and to have the influence over finance. It was too much power for the U.S. to have. So I think it was very interesting to not only see us to get an American Pope, but then as we progress through the year, to watch how Pope Leo has been, I won't say outspoken, because I feel like outspoken means he was more with them than he might actually be, but he was very critical of this administration.
Yeah.
Yes, agree, brother. He's made some very strong points, but like you said, I wouldn't call it outspoken because it hasn't been a staunch stance against a lot of things, and making it a point to be strongly against, but he's had some strong words and, like you said, critical of certain aspects going on within this administration, particularly the treatment of immigrants in this country, and when they started with the inhumane mass deportation of immigrants, he was definitely strong to speak out against that. To your point, Manny.
Shout out to Pope Leo, man.
Yeah, and I want to give him another kudos. We share something in common besides Negro DNA. He is a big baseball fan, and baseball is my first love. And so, shout out to him for that. Even though he's a White Sox fan, I mean, I don't care. I'm Chicago, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to him and his affinity for baseball.
And I do like that, for the longest, we really haven't seen, I'm going to say the human side of the Pope. They've been made to be, this big figure in society, and I mean, obviously, so being in charge of the Roman Catholic Church, but just to see his brothers and how they talk and how they joke, and the things that they do, and him, and even his brother, I couldn't believe him. My brother is the Pope. That's a side of the Pope that we haven't been able to see when we've seen other previous popes. We see him be, pretty down earth guy. So just seeing that side of a pope was pretty interesting, especially with it being the first American pope that we have.
Well, and I think we didn't care, like largely. I think because of the Pope and it being in Europe, and then as much as we like to say is America is a Christian country, like the whole split between Catholic Church and rest of Christianity in U.S. and the rise of other religions, we just didn't really care. Like, it was like, oh, okay, who is this Pope guy? Oh, it's a guy they select. It's never from the U.S. Because again, I also see the Pope very much like the U.S. sees the Olympics. We don't care about a whole bunch of sports until the Olympics.
Yeah.
And then we're like, yeah.
I agree. And there's another reason why we didn't care. We couldn't understand them. They won't speak English. And, come see, come saw, whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he can speak our language.
It helps. Yeah, it helps.
So I'm not one, and that's not to be ignorant or any derogatory discrimination, but I get disinterested in movies where I got to read the subtitles more than I can just watch the movie. If I got to read the subtitles to see what they're talking about.
Right. The key to it is that you got to convince yourself that you already know what they're saying anyway. That's how you do it. And then the subtitles don't even matter. And then if you find out you're wrong later on, then you just like, I guess I was wrong.
You done created an entire different storyline and plot for this.
When I watch them old school, when I watch them old school kung fu movies, when they start talking about, I assume that I know what they're talking about. And if I found out at the end of the movie I was wrong, and he wasn't the bad guy after all, then I'm just like, oh, well, I was wrong. Next movie.
Plot twist.
It makes it a lot easier for you to enjoy it, bro. Hey, try it one day, bro. Try it. It's a method to the madness. Try it, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna change the whole experience, bro. You'll be like, oh, bro, I get it.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, Jeezy said, just make them say what you want them to say.
Bro, hey, you gotta go off the body language, bro.
Just take in the context clues.
And look, I feel like I use it as another, never mind, bro.
Bro, you can watch the same movie like 5 different times.
Hey, you don't like no movies with a different ending? All depending on what you select.
I'm telling you, bro, try it.
I feel it.
Try it to get a whole different experience, bro. Shout out to Pope Leo in the cast, bro. Shout out to him, bro. Another thing before we move on from May, I gotta at least admit, bro, because I gotta give my boy Donnie T a little bit of headache, bro. I gotta throw a little bit of shade his way.
Yeah.
In May, you know how Donnie does. He sits at his desk, he looks at the world, and he says, "What do other people have that I don't have?" And he had so many conversations with Big Benny, and one thing that kept coming up was this Iron Dome. And Iron Dome just is something about this. And Trump said, "You know what? They got an Iron Dome. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get plans and details unveiled of the Golden Dome here in the United States, marketed as a next generation shield against hypersonic and long range missile threats." Trump says the Golden Dome defense project is coming to America. Bruh. Comparing the Iron Dome in the size of Israel and the size of the United States and a Golden Dome, this man act like he could get a California King fitted sheet from Walmart and was gonna stretch it, bruh, from Vermont to Hawaii to Washington to, can't forget our brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico. He was gonna stretch it, bruh, and get that fitted sheet, and we were gonna have the Golden Dome. At this point, I ain't heard no more about the Golden Dome since May.
I mean, here's what people keep forgetting. Israel, in terms of landmass, is the same size approximately as New Jersey.
Bruh.
Shout
out New Jersey, bro.
Shout out New Jersey. My wife from New Jersey.
Shout out New Jersey.
You can go from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem in 30 minutes. It's not that big.
It's not that big. And we're gonna be bigger and better, man. We got the Golden Dome, brother.
It's golden. It's golden. It's not iron.
It's copper. It ain't copper.
Iron rust. It's golden.
Golden.
Get your mind. Not gold plated.
Bruh. Golden. It's
not gonna turn your neck green.
Bruh.
It's golden.
It ain't gonna turn your borders green. The Golden Dome. Estimated to cost around hundreds of billions of dollars.
You're telling me Donald Trump got an early viewing of K-pop Demon Hunters.
Bruh, yes. The Hamoon?
Yes, the Golden
Hamoon?
The Golden Hamoon.
Bruh, Trump really got up on a Saturday, got the four Crayola crayons he got that ain't broken. Got him a clean blank sheet of paper.
That don't have bite marks on them.
That ain't got bite marks on it. And drew out an outline of the United States and said, yes, I'm going to just scribble and color all over, and this is what I want the Golden Dome to look like. And they said, okay, yes, sir, President Trump. That's why we heard no more about it, because somebody just gave him some BS plans they copied out of ChatGPT that he could talk about. And they said, man, he was sleepwalking it, bro. He don't know what he's talking about. Let him just get it up. Go ahead and say what he got to say, and we won't talk about this no more.
If nobody brings it up, he'll forget about it.
He'll forget about it.
But you know what? Here's the thing. I'm almost certain we have plans for some type of dome like this somewhere.
Bro.
So,
but don't we already have a missile ballistic defense system?
We got a defense system already.
Already,
he
just wants to name it pretty.
Plus, that Iron Dome makes so iron anyway. Shout out to Iran.
Iran says no.
Bro. No, it ain't striking everything down there. So, and maybe instead of spending hundreds of billions of dollars on a Golden Dome, just stop pissing off everybody so they would stop trying to shoot at us anyway that we would need the Golden Dome. I mean, that's cheaper, I believe.
It's much cheaper.
I mean, I think a telephone call is like 10 cents a minute. I think that's cheaper than...
Hold on, MCI.
Not MCI.
Hey, look, we got free nights and weekends. Why we got spend hundreds of billions?
And text messages.
And we get text messages. It's cheaper. Trump just don't piss nobody off, and you ain't got to worry about having a Golden Dome. But
or just ask AT&T to use their Wi-Fi. Like,
bruh.
It's not that hard, man. Not
Maybe
that
he
hard.
felt like we need a golden dome because we keep getting these balloons that keep flying into the country.
Across the country.
Bruh, a balloon flew from Washington all the way to Wisconsin, and ain't nobody. Y'all just keep telling us, but ain't nobody did nothing.
And no one do nothing about it.
They're
Not
like,
on
hey,
my
look
watch.
at that. Hey, look at that.
Y'all talking about something on Channel 6 News. We have an update on the balloon. The balloon is now moved over. Bro, why y'all keep telling us? Why don't y'all? We supposed to have the greatest military on the earth. Why don't y'all go wrap it up, bring it back in, and survey? Bro, do something. Just stop talking to us and telling us about it.
You know where that balloon didn't fly over, right?
Where?
Texas.
A bunch of black people.
Bro, that balloon got close enough, bro. If it flew over Memphis.
Pop, 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 pop.
They already still in the tanks from the National Guard. You ain't about to, no.
Ain't no standing chance.
And to Manny's point, it definitely ain't flying over Texas, boy.
Bro, you ain't gonna play that.
Now.
You flew over places, bro. Ain't no somebody in North Dakota woke up and said, "Hey, did you see that?" Bro, they had to travel 30 miles to the nearest payphone to call somebody to tell them what was going on, and the sheriff sleep. Bruh.
That's right, because Starlink wasn't even out then, was it? Not in mass like that. Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
They bro. By the time they saw it and knew they were gonna get to tell somebody, it'd be a whole day. They got to journey into town and do all that. No, nope. They just letting it go. That's how I got so far.
Facts.
Bro, ain't nobody saying nothing in Idaho. I ain't met not one person from Idaho.
By the time they told someone it's 97 miles down the road.
Bro, what? It done flew the pigeon.
With no wind.
With no wind. Just moving.
Man. Just moving.
Bro. But maybe the Golden Dome will come back up because Trump like to recycle stuff when he feel like the pressure's getting on him and he need to get some attention. He like to throw out those Uno cards out there and try to get that draw 4, that draw 2, the reverse. He like to throw them specialty cards out there to get the attention off of him. So we might see the Golden Dome come back up in February or March of 2026. But Trump, don't do it. Just don't. Use that money wisely. Like my grandma used to say, I'm gonna give you $10 now. Use it. Don't go to that store and just go buy it. You better use it wisely.
When it's
you ain't gonna get no more.
Ain't getting no more.
All right, so let's move on to June. What happened
just in June?
Bro, we just in June, bro. What happened in June? Trump claimed there was a strike that happened. The U.S. hit Iran's nuclear system. If you remember, Trump came out and Trump said that the assessment that was done by the intelligence community said that their nuclear program was obliterated. Now, one thing you got to understand with Trump, when Trump started using certain words, one,
he'd be excited too.
He'd be excited to use them.
He'd be excited.
Very excited to use them. That's right. Manny, that is a great point because I can tell when my middle baby come home and I'm like, she's learning Spanish and she's in dual language, and when she get really excited and throw a word out there, I say, "You learned that word at school today, didn't you?" Holding
it like that draw 4 Uno.
Yep. You waiting to come home and use it. Guess how I say white in Spanish? Okay. Ready to say it. Say it with so much emphasis. So Trump said obliterated. Excited about his new word. No, half the people that support him probably don't know what the word means or can spell it. No shade. Just real. There's a lot of people. There's a reason why 50 Cent told Floyd Mayweather to read a page out of a Harry Potter book. Floyd Mayweather, a lot of Americans on the same level as Floyd Mayweather, and I ain't talking about money. All right. So Trump came out and said it was obliterated. They came out and said, Iran said, you might have set us back about 2-3 months.
Oh, just summertime.
If that.
You might have got us for a season.
Operation Midnight Hammer.
Bruh. And the name Pause.
That sounds like a porno.
Yes.
Sound like one of them tapes you come.
Yeah. Please rewind before returning.
Yep. That's one of the ones that Mark Robinson got his hands on at that shop after the pizza nights.
After
got a little sausage, got a little marinara hands on one of them DVDs.
Flower on the lapel.
That's the name. Marinara Mark. Marinara Mark.
My God.
He caught us straight for no reason, bro. See, we got
None whatsoever.
we might have to leave Mark Robinson in 2025, bro.
No.
Nah, it's up and it's stuck.
The man can't take but so much more of a beating, bro.
Pause.
Ooh.
Pause, yes, bro. Pause. Thank you.
Whoa.
Lord Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
That's what got him in this predicament.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. That and his sister-in-law. But anyway, Trump came out and said this thing was obliterated. Iran said, no, it won't. I think Tulsi Gabbard came out and said something about it in the same sense, like, we're still assessing. Trump was like, she don't know what she's talking about. It's obliterated. And yet again, we heard no more about it.
And he really did be like, she don't know what she's talking about.
Which, isn't she head of the intelligence committee? Like, she's a national intelligence, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And you telling me she don't know what she talking about? And I'm supposed to believe the man that don't read but one brief every 90 days?
Correct. Now you're getting it, G's. Yes.
Bruh. So with this being said, with Trump making this claim, why is it such a rush for Trump to have to be this person or to act like he knows? If you put these people in places to run these organizations, why do you play the part as if you know more than the people that you put in positions to do those jobs?
I mean, it's par for the course for him, though, man. It's really par for the course. I mean, he's the smartest person on earth. He's the greatest president ever. So, you know.
Or Manny.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back with another one. I think that this might have had a little bit of something to do with what was happening with Russia and in Ukraine. So what we also know is a lot of the defense stuff that Russia has is also deployed in Iran. They get all of this from China. Oh. So because this is all theoretical, and once again, I would like to say everything on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only.
Only.
Unless you believe it.
Yes. Then that's on you.
But knowing they have the same facilities, but then also watching how tensions are rising between Ukraine and Russia and everything that's happening there, this did provide a great opportunity for the U.S. to flex on a lot of Chinese infrastructure, to fly into Iran, drop these bombs, fly out before they even knew and could even really do anything.
Or did they know already?
I mean,
because
there are reports that materials and equipment got moved out before.
Yeah, we just left the 2024 models back, but we got all the 2025s out. You can have them. Look, we won't sell them no way.
Right.
Man, we was gonna write them off.
Bruh.
At cost, at tax time. So, hey, you just did us a favor.
You did us a favor, right?
You did us a favor.
I just think it's interesting that it, again, went away very quietly. And we heard nothing else about it. And for all we know, the program could be back up and running. If you are anyone that's in the Iranian government and just want to give us confirmation whether or not the operations in your nuclear program are back up and running, please contact us here at Pardon the Politics Podcast. Thank you.
Don't you contact us. We want no
as soon as that email hit the show,
shut down.
Bro, flashbangs, dark canines.
Nope.
SWAT.
Nope.
Oh man. And you mentioned something, Manny, which is a very valid point. I just want to point out, is Russia and Ukraine the worst situationship in the history of civilization? Because I'm sick of them.
Look, remember, we were told that within 24 hours in the inauguration
of me getting the oath, it was going to be over.
This would be over, and we're still in, where are we? We're in June. We're in June, and the situation has not resolved at
It's
this
the
point.
worst situationship ever. Okay,
Bro,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I
that's
just had
that's
to
total just nonsense,
nonsense.
bro. Well, let's see if it ended in July. What do we have in July, fellas?
Oh man.
Not this ending.
Big Bala brand. The
Oh,
big,
Put
the
your bees
beautiful,
up.
put your
Put your
bees up.
bees up.
the big beautiful bill.
Woo! The big, beautiful, sweeping, big, beautiful bill that the Senate passed, which I believe was what, 9 billion, bill cutting social programs while reducing taxes for the wealthy. It seems. JD Vance was the one that came in and cast the tie-breaking vote.
There's that voodoo again.
And Trump, yep, bro. And Trump signed it into law around, I believe it was around the 4th of July, calling it big, and he's calling it beautiful.
Because that was his deadline. And I didn't think it was going to get done.
He got it done. Now, in hindsight, looking at what's happened thus far, who actually benefited from this bill?
Nada, says the cat.
Bro,
Nada.
I don't think most Americans
The average American did not.
did not benefit from this bill. So while this was paraded as being big and being beautiful, it might have been big, but I believe the word that has been opposing the beautiful aspect of this bill has been ugly. And I think that most of us can agree that this big, beautiful bill is nothing but big and ugly. And I wonder how, going into the midterms with the effects that this bill has had, how will this affect voters and their turnout in the midterm?
And I think that's the $1 million question, because now we are going to see the reality of it. You know, everything in 2025 was already allocated.
Yeah.
All that money was already spoken for. Now we made this decision.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're about to live with it. First one is getting ready to come in immediately. Healthcare subsidies gone.
All right. Well, to answer your question, who benefited from it? Those who properly report their tips. Nobody.
I was about to say, I didn't never worked in that industry, but I know that if I did, I wouldn't be reporting them accurately.
I have. I used to be a waiter. Nobody. In fact, when I was in training, they trained me how to not accurately report my tips.
Bruh.
Nobody. Those who get overtime, well, companies are cutting their workforce. So that's not much of a benefit.
Nope.
So yeah, I'm not finding anywhere where the common American can benefit from this.
And I like, to Manny's point, you know, everything was accounted for this year. We're going to start seeing the real implications in 2026, and going into midterms. Some people may be already behind the 8 ball on this situation when it pertains to getting out there to their constituents and having to say, hey, you should reelect me. Why should I reelect you when you signed this bill and this is the effects that my family are feeling from it? And I'm interested to see how some of them respond, bro. I'm really interested to see how some people will respond.
Well, and you know, we don't have it as an official topic here, but it's like, if the indications, what we saw from the town halls that they were having in the fall of this year, are any indication,
yes, sir.
It's going to be it's going to be a long year. You know, it is extremely likely that we're going to step into an early 2026. Ooh, sorry. And hear about a whole bunch of people like retiring.
Which I think we've already had some of that already happening now, right?
With some of the deadlines coming up, but I think now, you know, I had people sit with their families and have some of these conversations. You'll hear a bunch of people be like, nah, this ain't it. I'm good.
I know there has been a report that's been going around that a lot of the consensus has been that this is not the job I signed up for. This is not what I was hoping to come to Washington to do. And I don't know how I feel about that. You had to have some kind of inkling of what you were coming there to do. And if you signed off on things that hurt the people that you represented back home, then sounds like more of a cop out than anything. And it seems like there's going to be a lot of copping out in this year coming up, where people are just saying, "Hey, look, I'm just not going to run because I don't have an answer. I can't. I have nothing to go back home and run on. So let me just go back home with my tail between my legs and figure out another way of life and enjoy the benefits that I got from being a congressperson."
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what was the lady that y'all spoke on before who voted for the big beautiful bill, but said she didn't agree with
her
it,
name
and she thought it was going to come back around.
Oh, from Alaska.
Yeah, it ain't Murdoch, is it?
Murkowski.
Yeah, Murkowski.
Like to your point, Jeezy, you got to go answer for this.
Yeah.
Because it's going to hurt your constituents. And can you tell me why you voted for it, even with the notion, oh, I thought it wasn't going to pass here. Well, if you didn't think it was going to pass and you didn't agree with it, you should have said no.
And I hope that when her time comes, they go ahead and rake them coals nice, red, and hot up under her, because she need to answer for that. Because that makes logically, and I remember we talked about it on the pod. If I don't stand for something, I'm not gonna say yes to it and say, oh well, I just said yes to it because it's probably gonna come back to me anyway. No, I'm standing on business. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. So I don't even understand the logic. And if her constituents let her slide with that, then you got the day that you voted for.
You get what you deserve.
Yes,
for
sir.
Sure.
Well, that's July. Now we're on to my birth month, the month of August.
Yeah.
What do we have happen in August?
What happened in August besides?
There was
the sandwich guy.
The sandwich. Yeah.
Listen.
A federal grand jury declined to indict a man who threw a sandwich at a federal officer in D.C. Conservatives have framed this as selective enforcement, and others have argued that it is prosecutorial restraint. It became a thing. Actually, there's video circulating, and that's the one thing that we talked about with social media. You can find everything up there to look at. But he definitely took this sandwich. And with as much force as he can muster up, as drunk as possible as he was, he looked to be a little bit inebriated. He hurled the sandwich at this federal officer's chest. Now, I would like to ask, what kind of sandwich was this first?
So, my brother, I know, and we'll what they call it, the third wall or whatever.
Yes, sir.
Fans, we discussed this pre-pod, and we were trying to figure out what kind of sandwich it was, and I think I have the answer.
Oh man, we got it.
I think I have the answer.
What kind of sandwich was it, bro?
It was a Subway sandwich.
Bro, come on. Are you serious?
So as I scrolled in the initial story that I was reading, and for those who don't know, this happened in D.C. And so I was reading, looking on BBC. And as I continued to scroll, I didn't scroll far enough, because there's a photo of the guy in front of the agents in front of a Subway. Now, when he threw the sandwich, that's not the spot where he threw the sandwich. Mm-hmm. But there's a picture of that very guy holding the sandwich in his hand in front of a Subway, and there's agents there in front of that Subway. Well, so I'm going to say it was a Subway sandwich.
Well, for one, if that's the case, Subway, your marketing team needs to be fired.
Fired.
Because
unless they support Trump.
That could be true too, because in this day and age, the way that you can get off some of these jokes in marketing on social media, you should have definitely seized this moment, especially in seasons that Subway, I have to believe, has had declining performance, because who in America is still eating Subway? Who? I have not ate Subway since I was on campus at East Carolina University, going down to West Campus, getting me a sandwich late night. That's the last time I had a Subway sandwich. You can't pay me to eat Subway now, because the tuna, that ain't tuna.
No, that's definitely not tuna. And they got sued for that.
But here's also the other point of it.
For that. That's right. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
You also got Subways everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know anyone who consistently eats at a Subway for there to be as many Subways as there are.
Bro, there's about as many Subways as there are Chinese places beside food lines.
Mattress firms.
Mattress.
Listen, Mattress Firm, if you do not know, Mattress Firm is a money laundering initiative, scheme, operation, because ain't nobody, how many people you know have bought a mattress in the last
Bro,
2 years?
I've never been anywhere.
Now,
And
I bought
I've
a
never been
mattress
to
from
somebody's
Mattress
house and say,
Firm.
hey, this mattress is nice, man. Where you buy this mattress from? Oh, Mattress Firm? Bro, no, you didn't.
I bought, now I did buy 2 of my kids' mattresses from Mattress Firm before. However, when I went in the store, it was empty. And I was in the store for about a good 45 minutes because they allowed them to go around, lay around, pick it out, figure it out. We haggled some numbers, and nobody came in the store.
Bro, hold on. Oh, okay. No, but no other customers came.
No other customers.
Bro, okay, because in my mind, I thought that you said, I was like, well, if the salesperson won't there, then
no,
who you having
no,
with the price?
no.
Because see, when I drove past one, they ain't even a salesperson in there. The bill, store just there.
So
No other customer. Because and this happened, and the reason I bought it from Mattress Firm, we had moved, and my kids had gotten older, and from the last time we had bought them mattresses, so it was like, okay, it's fine time. We need to give them something better to sleep on. I love my upbringing, and I love my mother. But I think I slept on the same mattress for at least 8, 9 years, maybe 10 years.
Bro, in the black household, it's the only household I know that when the kid is a toddler, after they get out of the crib, they get a queen size mattress.
Because you about
I ain't get no queen size,
Right.
but I've seen people.
Bro,
You just go get my mattress.
bro, you get a queen size or a full. If you get a full, that gotta last you till about 12. And you might get for your teenage years, you might get an upgrade, but really they just buying that mattress, going to guest room when you graduate high school, bro.
They gave you their old mattress.
Bro,
They got
black trauma, bro. Black trauma.
Oh man. But yeah, we got way off track.
Right. We was at the sandwich man.
Yeah, sandwich man. He took his sandwich and hurled it at a federal agent, and one of the headlines said, "Sandwich exploded and left a mustard stain on agent's uniform."
Bro, the story writes itself, bro.
But they said it was a form of protest.
Oh, that's that's kind of how he got away with it.
That's how he got away with it. I want to test that theory.
I was like,
I personally disagree with it being a form of protest for certain demographics. That's just,
The bread was white and not wheat.
white and not wheat. You better believe it.
Every time, bro. Every single time.
The bread was white and not wheat.
That's why he threw it, because that's further confirms how you know it was Subway. Because I believe it looked like a foot long that he had.
It was.
And you know, a foot long at Subway cost you like $3.49.
No, nothing in Trump's 2025 cost $3 or anything. But
Well, they done went up to $6 now.
I don't know. I ain't ate no Subway.
I
just know.
They used to, it was always $5 a foot long.
Yeah, that's when the child predator was.
Ain't he out now?
Nah, he's still. I think he's still locked up. I think he got like relocked up.
Not the relocked up.
Relocked. You get back in here.
Hey, you got to register the address, bro. You see how Nicki? Never mind. Nicki Minaj about to catch a stray. Well, she didn't have no turning point. She needed.
She better. Anyway.
Hey, sandwich man. If you want to the pod, you want to talk
to you.
Well, you want to come talk to us about your situation, man, and how you got off. Pause with no charges. Let us know, man, so that maybe we can share that knowledge to our community, so we can too, in an act of protest. Subway sandwiches.
And it had to be a turkey and cheese.
Oh, it had to be. And that turkey. That turkey said it'll bruise your sternum. He threw it at the right velocity. that bread, because so hey, back in the day, I remember you got to catch the right person when they bake that bread, because it
Yes,
come
sir.
out. It come out just like a little piece of dough. I mean, go in like a little piece of dough, but then it blow up to a whole loaf. Something ain't adding up, bro. There's some concrete in there somewhere.
The one other thing that happened in August that I wanted to call out is someone who did not have a great 2025, Kilmar Abrigo, had been released
Oh, bro.
and then rearrested. So the story around him, he was captured during one of the many ICE raids that was happening across the country, sent to El Salvador. Then, because of a clerical mistake, El Salvador said, well, the U.S. said we couldn't get him back. El Salvador saying, hey, we're not in the business of releasing terrorists. But then all of a sudden, they decided to release them. So he came back to the U.S. and he was here in 72 hours. And then the U.S. rearrested him for, a bunch of like random, transporting terrorists.
Like the charge that was down in Tennessee or something, yeah.
Yep. So he was rearrested. Later on this year, in December, a federal judge ordered his release from ICE custody, saying that the government lacked a lawful plan to deport him and could not detain him indefinitely without a final removal order. So,
But hold on, but even before that, a federal judge said, "Don't deport.
Don't move him. Yeah,
Don't move him."
This is true.
He wasn't supposed to go anywhere.
Yep.
And the Trump administration said,
got him on that first
"You ain't
first
my,
plane
you ain't
out
my
of here.
daddy."
Man, the way they done had him in and out of facilities, he done seen more doors than an Amazon delivery driver. They did him, man.
During Christmas.
They did him dirty, boy.
They did him. Bro, I can only imagine the mental state of this gentleman
Yeah.
to have gone through all of this in the middle of, I believe that his girlfriend or wife either had just had a young baby or either was pregnant or something of that nature. You ain't there to see it. Then they let you come home. Then they rip you back again. Then they talking about sending you to Africa. Then they say, bro,
Yep.
going.
And the worst part about it is he gets no frequent flyer miles for all this travel.
Bro,
Zero.
none whatsoever. But
Terrible.
I think up until this moment, I think that he is currently now home.
Yes.
So, I mean, for what it's worth.
And I believe they are launching a civil case against the U.S. government. So,
Which, rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
They played with you, bro. No homo.
Mm-hmm.
They played with you. But I just can't imagine just the magnitude. But I know that there has to be some sense of relief that he was at least home for the holidays with his family.
His family, yeah.
And that just shows you how jacked up and how insane this whole immigration thing that's going on in the country has been for 2025. We haven't talked about it yet. It started, I believe, in February.
It started January as soon as he was done, because he started launching those orders immediately as he sat down.
So he is just one case
that
of
worked
an individual, bruh. Yes, that worked out. That's a great point, Manny. But there are so many that are displaced, that are going through the system trying to get it all worked out and figured out, and may not. And I don't want to say the word lucky, but their situation may not have worked out with a favorable and fortunate conclusion as Kilmar's has. So, with that being said. We're in the month of September, and in the month of September, we had something that took place, and when we spoke about it, it was something that was disturbing, and to our listeners, that was the assassination of Charlie Kirk. But it was disturbing from the sense of not just somebody losing their life over their political or their views, or whatever, but how his assassination circulated the internet and social media like none other, and all of us literally, I mean, if you saw it, I think unless you just wasn't on social media, I can't see how you missed it unless you just have your algorithm set up accordingly. But you had to darn near run away to try not to see this video of him being assassinated in September at Utah.
It was a moment where I think you saw bipartisan condemnation of tech companies this year.
Yeah.
who said they had been focused on censorship because the way and the ease that you were able to, what you say, Jesus, you were just able to see this video.
Yeah.
A very graphic, a very close up and detailed video was wild.
And I just want to say for our listeners that it's died down, but it hasn't stopped. Just as early as yesterday, I mean, as recent as yesterday, I was scrolling on my social media and seen a video talking about his assassination and showing, the moment happening. So it's still, even to this point, it's still out there. It's still out there, still circulating. And once it's on the internet, it's on the internet, and it's going to be there some way, shape, form, or fashion. But really, to Manny's point, the political world seemed to have some bipartisan understanding that this was something that needed to be addressed. And
this was bipartisan hypocrisy. Straight bipartisan hypocrisy. Because there is killing and murder. I'm not going to say assassination. This man was murdered. And there's killing and murder that runs rampant up and down social media. And it's crickets from these individuals. Pure crickets. Do I agree that it should not be shown? 1,000%.
Yeah.
Do I believe that it has desensitized us to a point to where we've seen people's lives be taken and it gets reposted, retweeted, reshared ad nauseum. And it is disgusting.
Yeah.
But it's hypocrisy because the way that George Floyd, just to share a name, in a video that was shared over and over and over again, and his family had to live through and live with seeing his demise on social media left and right, and you did not hear this uproar and outrage from politicians. But with this moment, you get uproar and outrage. Oh, we don't need to have this on socials. It's been years we shouldn't have had this on socials.
Yeah,
and you should have
been done
applied.
about it.
Yes, you should have applied the pressure to these tech companies years ago. So for this to happen, and like you said, G's, it hasn't stopped anything because it's still there.
Yeah.
His video and other videos since then are still being posted. Where's the consistency?
Yeah.
In your outrage.
And I think that we haven't seen any consistency with the approach to this situation at all, because there's been, there's so much we have to do in here and there and this pertaining to Charlie Kirk and this, but what happened to him was unfortunate. But to Chuck's point, there's a lot of this has already been going on. There's been political violence going on before. Nobody sit here and made the fuss when the man ran up in the Nancy Pelosi house and hit him with the hammer. Nobody cared from one side of the aisle. What happened.
I would say this was like a summer of political violence because from the Charlie Kirk situation, the Charlie Kirk murder, to what happened with the legislators in the state house and state senate in Minnesota back in June, where someone ran up into their houses and tried and killed one couple and injured another.
Barely heard the other,
So I think the Charlie Kirk one, when I think politically, I think it now has finally hit a loud enough tone in groups of people where the bell had not been ringing that we have a political violence problem to we have a political violence problem. Maybe we finally turned it up too loud. And I think you're starting to see a combination of people trying to turn that down and people running from the problem they created.
But should I not care about a problem before it reaches my door?
No, you absolutely should care.
And I think that's the problem with so many things that happen, is that it only becomes an issue when it hits the right doorstep.
Right doorstep.
Why can't it be an issue because it's hitting doorsteps, period? You
Yes.
know, you think, and man, you've heard me talk about this about the issue with fentanyl and how we're attacking it, the war on drugs with the opioids, and it never became a issue that really was getting the attention it's getting as it does today until it started affecting certain people. And certain people start saying, okay, well, I lost my kid to fentanyl. We got to do something about it. Well, there's people that's been dying from fentanyl way before. Why is it that you just now want to declare it as a war? The President Trump, he's been saying that Venezuela's bringing drugs into the country and doing all this and doing all that. Well, why are you doing something about it now? Well, the 4 years that you were in your first term, were they not doing it then? Was this not always an issue? Why does it always have to reach certain people's doorstep before we say, okay, we got to do something about this? Because while the damage is done, think about all those that are suffering already, that have been dealing and living in this problem, and now you just want to do something about it because it's reached your doorstep.
Message.
Yeah.
So one thing I will say about Charlie Kirk, and we'll move on to October, I want his wife, Erica.
Sat down.
Yes, Chuck. As my grandma said, get somewhere and sat down. If I understand, and maybe that's your way of grieving, I don't know, but if I was deceased, and my wife went on a book tour and all this stuff, and I would make sure I visit her nice and quietly in her sleep and say, sit down.
But the pyrotechnics, man. It's what Charlie would have wanted.
The videos of her saying that she be coming out like how Batista come out, bro. When Batista had on the white turtleneck. To me, and hey, if that's how you do it, that's how you do it. But certainly, that's a weird way to grieve the loss of your husband. And everybody grieves different. She grieves different. She handling it her way. Candace Owens is handling the grief differently. With the loss that she from.
Candace. Oh, Candace.
Candace, hey. Side chicks grieve too, bro.
Side chicks do grieve. They suffer a loss.
It ain't always the wife that lost something too, bro. Sometimes it's a side chick that lost something too, man. And in the case of
sometimes they've lost more because they lose hope.
It's true.
What could have been? What could have been?
He said he was gonna leave her.
He said he was, bro. That's exactly what he said. He was gonna leave her, bro. I'm not a candidate. This is just. I'm just saying. This is my opinion. I ain't saying that I got any facts. Cause I know how you like to operate. But you definitely giving off the grief of a side chick type of vibe. Like, y'all done sat and met together and stuff. Y'all just take a break. Just take a break. Care the kids to Chuck E. Cheese or wherever conservative Christians care their kids for fun.
Well, she got one on the way too.
Oh, who?
Well, time out. Y'all didn't know this?
Who?
It's been reported that Erica Kirk, Erica Kirk is pregnant.
No. JD,
hold on,
come to the front.
Hold on.
Manny, I don't think, bro.
Let me go look this up while we're talking because I'm good at math now.
Bro, very good.
It was rumored out there for a while.
For pregnant photos. Manny, I don't know.
Yeah. Man, you said it was rumored, so maybe it's just rumored. Yeah.
I'm seeing Facebook links, Manny.
You know what that means.
I'm seeing Facebook links.
You know what that means.
I'm gonna give you a speech. I'm gonna give you the speech I gave my grandma.
So it seemed like there was confusion around the USA Today article where she was quoted saying the tag is Erica Kirk said she prayed she was pregnant when Charlie Kirk was killed.
Yeah, I remember seeing her say that.
Yeah, I remember her saying that quote.
Which I thought that was a little strange, but
that's.
Boy, man,
look, man, parenthood must be different.
Man, about all the credibility we got, bro. Man, about to taking it,
flush it
right down the drain, bro. Bro. Now that don't mean that. Hey, now what we give it? This happened in what, September? November. Carry the 2 minus the 1. Now she come around about April. We might have to revisit this.
Man.
But at any rate,
it'll be a turning point.
It'll be a turning point, bro. Hey, that was a good one.
I see what you did there.
That was a good one.
Where's the spoon?
Bruh. Well, going into October, and to our listeners, no, we're not covering a 2 year span. We're on month 10, so this ain't a bit long. That means that we've all been through a lot, and these are just headlines. These aren't even what really, bro. There's so many,
bro. There will be entire theses written about individual aspects of individual topics that we just breezed through.
Well, and we're only talking about the top political stories.
Yep.
The top.
And some of these we could argue got a 1A, 1B, 1C.
We didn't talk about Doge.
Nope.
We did not.
We ain't mentioned Elon Musk one time, bro.
But major player was a second or third level player in the entire first half of the year.
Yep.
Crazy.
Bro.
2025,
bro. Well, in October, we started to see some protests ramp up, and I believe these protests were minus the sandwiches. But we had the No Kings nationwide protest, and it was estimated about 7 million people participated in nationwide anti-Trump No King protests. Yeah. One of the largest protest movements in U.S. history is what it has been categorized as, and it was seen as re-energizing grassroots organizations and organizing. So, yeah, do mass protests still, in this rate, when you see the No Kings Day, and I think I already know the answer to this, but when you see so many people gather in protests on one day with these 7 million people, do mass protests move policy by any shape, form, or fashion?
I'm going to be Chuck to the point. Do protests still work? Absolutely. But parades do not.
You didn't beat me to the point, Manny.
Okay.
I have another point.
I'll finish my point. So protests do work, parades do not. You know, what was being protest? What were the crowds there specifically demanding? What were the specific things that were being asked for? None of that was there. This is all, vibes and feelings. Now, not saying that vibes and feelings are nothing, but if it is not directed, it is not ever going to form into anything that's going to substantiate any level of an actual movement.
Facts.
So do protests work? Yes. Has this No Kings thing risen to a level of being an effective protest or protest at all? No. Not at this point. Could it get there? Yes.
No.
I think it could. I think it could, because I think as things get real, as real life squeezing starts to happen, I think then you will see people more open to pushing back. And I think that's what No Kings really signified, is that, hey, you have a now movement of people who are amped and ready to be given direction to do something. How are you going to direct them to go? What are we pushing for? What does this crowd want to happen?
I agree with you that I only want vibes and feelings at the kickback, not at a protest, because all this was a parade. Agree 1,000%. However, I have I won't call it a fundamental difference, but I have a difference in the effectiveness of a protest. Protest only works when blood is shed in America.
Ooh.
In America, protest is only effective when blood is shed. Think of all the changes that have taken place in this country from protests. And tell me a time where there was no bloodshed and change happened. Sit with it. Now, as you sit with that, the point that I was going to say about the No Kings Day, I'm going to call it a parade because it was a parade across the country, is it lacked certain seasoning. It was quite raisin in the potato salad of No King's Day. So that was, and interestingly enough, that's not me, and I hate this term, pulling a race card. This was actually observed and reported by many news outlets in the lack of ethnicity that was, or ethnic diversity that was in the midst of these No King's Day gatherings. And it was on socials, but it really, these conversations were had in socials in different circles, but it really stood out to me when I saw it through different news outlets and them making a point in this observation for the different gatherings. So that was my biggest thing about it. And interestingly enough, being here in Atlanta, where we call the Black Mecca of America, you ain't seen many of us out there.
All the black people at the trail ride.
That was the next weekend. but it's funny because I was in Decatur, I want to say, and I had a conversation struck up, and I overheard somebody else's conversation, and it was like, yeah, we're getting together for the No King's Day protest on tomorrow. And I kind of looked over. And
somebody had a cookout.
Oh, y'all are, huh? And she had on her Lululemon. Right. I was like, okay, cool. But to me, that's what really stuck out. And even in many other protests, like you said, Manny, there is not enough emphasis on demand. What do we want? What do we want done? What effective change are we looking for? Or are we out here just walking and singing in unison together as a parade?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hey.
So we'll find out.
Well said. Well said. Well, we're going to keep moving right along and head over to November, the month of Thanksgiving. But well, some people may have been thankful for this. The government shutdown. A government shutdown ended after becoming the longest in U.S. history. Democrats held their ground for as long as I assume they possibly could, but ultimately a deal was done. The government was opened back up and on a promise to hopefully bring a vote to the floor on healthcare subsidies, and I believe they did bring it to the floor, but it was easily shut down, and they had to go back home with their ball. Yeah. So with this government shutdown lasting as long as it did, what was the purpose? What was the point? What did the Democrats walk away with? What did the Republicans walk away with? What did the American people walk away with this shutdown?
So, yeah. I think, wasn't there a speech? Someone did a really long speech again.
It that probably happened. Was Cory Booker.
Somebody did a speech. They won some seats. Some seats were won. So they got to use that as a talking point to, that I think helped Magdani and I really need to figure out how to say his name correctly. So
Mabdani. It don't matter. He knows.
Look, chart. Well, okay.
The New York mayor.
The Lord know his name.
Right. Some of that undercurrent probably help propel him. You have the elections that happen in Virginia that help propel the Democrats there. So I think you saw the messaging of being anti-Republican. Republicans aren't helping. It helped advance that in a time specifically around this happening. So that's maybe the thing that you gained. The people that caved were all people who aren't on the ballot in 2026. Either they've decided to retire or they're up in 28 or later. So, these people don't have to go back and answer to their constituency, in this cycle. So they were the perfect people to be able to do this. But again, what we've said on this pod over and over and over before, Dems, what are you going to do? Yeah. Because I don't see what you actually gained. Because you didn't gain anything on healthcare. You got lottery tickets.
Yep.
$1 scratch off.
$1 scratch off. And you won nothing. And now you're hoping to win on the second chance option on the back of the scratch off, where you got to submit your information and hope your name is drawn in a raffle to win $5. Like this was a high level of embarrassment. And I believe Jeezy and I covered this in your absence, Manny. Speaking of the shutdown and how you spoke on it, y'all spoke on it before, and even then, the Dems showed some machismo, and it wasn't just talk. And we stood on it, and we stood strong. And then you got undercut by individuals who do not have to face the music.
Yep.
And for me, I don't want to say disappointment, because then that means I had some hope in them. But it was disturbing that there was not pushback from other Dems on those individuals who sold them short. Because to me, it reminded me of the Republicans hit them with stuff I used to hit my younger siblings with. Hey, let me hold this object, and I promise you, when I whatever, you know what? This is exactly what it reminds me of. I have an older aunt that is older but close in age, where we could be siblings. I think she's like 4 years older than me. And she asked me to borrow some money one time. And I let her borrow the money, knowing good and well that this person was notorious for not paying back. And her favorite phrase is, well, as long as I owe you, you won't be broke. Which is a lie.
Bold face lie.
And the Dems got hit with, well, as long as I give you the chance to vote on this, you'll have a chance to fight it. You idiots.
Bruh.
You were set up to lose from the beginning.
From the beginning.
And you allowed this to happen, and understood you had a group that sold y'all out, and it was enough to get the Republicans over the hurdle. But y'all didn't give any pushback against them. Like, there was no ridicule or I can't say reprimand, because there's nothing that they really could have done to them. But I at least would have spoke out and hey, they sold us short. They undermined the goal that we pushed forward. They undermined the American people, because now these healthcare subsidies are about to expire, and these healthcare costs are going to be ignorant.
And because of that, and that lack of ridicule for their decision, you're going to probably have to hold some of this blame.
Yes, you're going to be coupled in with it.
Yeah,
yes.
You had a moment where this solely could have sat on the GOP, on the Republicans. You now have to sit with some of this, and that's going to have some effect on you as well too.
Yeah.
So I completely agree, Chuck. Completely agree.
And in total, 43 days. So you take the 43 days of this term and you add the 38 days of his first term. Donald Trump is now responsible for 81 days of the government being shut down.
And if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember if I did it on PTP or if I did it on my podcast. And he accounts for more than half of all the days of government shutdown in American history.
Wow, bro.
More than half. One presidential, and he talks out of all sides of his mouth and neck and anywhere else he can make a noise from, because there's clips and videos showing how he made during Obama's term that the president is responsible when there's a government shutdown.
Yep. But how we forget.
There's a Trump tweet for everything.
Like they say, there's a Jay-Z line for everything. There's a Trump tweet for everything.
There's a Trump tweet for everything.
And it's sad. Sad and comical, because you laugh to keep from crying.
Yeah.
How that's the case. And
yep. Like I've said before, man, I wish they would understand that they are playing with the lives of the American people when we have to go through this. And while it's 43 days of a government shutdown, the implications that people will feel from those 43 days will extend way beyond that. And I believe there was a senator or a congressperson, I can't remember who it was, that brought a motion to the floor that I stand by wholeheartedly, that while there's a government shutdown, you shouldn't get paid. And you also shouldn't receive back pay either. No. That'll put pressure on you to get the job done.
Well, and let's circle. I want to circle back to the point of feeling the pain. Some of that's happening now. Yeah. SNAP benefits expired for people, and they are making everyone reapply.
Bro, that is the wildest thing I ever heard.
That's a month or so process.
And now think about how backlogged the system's going to be trying to re-enter. Bro.
Assume how backlog it is just normally, and you just gonna wipe the system out, and everybody has to reapply, and in that time that it takes, then how am I feeding my people? How am I feeding my family? Are we going to eat?
Wow, bro. Wow.
Populations can survive one day without food,
bro,
before things start getting greasy.
Man, listen. It sounds like it's headed to greasy. Well, when this government shutdown ended, when is the potential for another government shutdown?
End of January.
Okay. So to our listeners, on the flip side of 2026, we might be right back in talking about a government shutdown pretty soon.
We might. We already back,
bruh.
and we back.
But we have now reached the month of December, the month that we're currently in recording this episode. And for the month of December, one thing I want to say before we throw any of our topics out there is I would like to give a shout out to our brother at LXI, brother Eric. And just want to give him a shout out, letting him know that in this month of December, we will have recorded that his Steelers lost to Shador Sanders and the Browns. And I just want to put that out to the world that y'all lost to my boy Shador Sanders. Now I'm not a Browns fan, but I do support Shador Sanders.
And that loss put their playoff chances in jeopardy, as I believe if next week they face the Ravens and the winner of that match goes to the playoffs and the other one stays home, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you are correct, brother. So I just wanted to put that out there. And the only reason I'm saying this is because in the group chat today, Eric's very confident of his victory that would come today against I call him $2 Shador Sanders, and I replied in the group, tell him, all right, now you better be careful, and careful has been brought unto you, my brother. So
and furthermore, it's his birth month,
bruh, and it's his birth month.
Did we not warn him about the Manny curse?
Bruh.
Can come for anybody at any time.
At any time.
So shout out shout out to Cleveland, shout out to Ohio, shout out to Shador Sanders and the Cleveland Browns on your victory against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I don't know what your plans are, Browns fans or Browns organization next year, but give my boy an off season and see what he can do, man.
Facts. Big facts.
So that's all I got for December that I wanted to bring up. I've been waiting since the beginning of the recording to say that, but I was trying to wait for the right time. And I said, oh, December would be perfect, bro. But any headlines we want to cover? I know we're still in the month of December, and any headlines we want to cover?
I mean,
go ahead, man.
The biggest one that I have, of course, comes now, where the U.S. Launched strikes on ISIS-linked militant groups in Nigeria on Christmas. And how wild of the... We're going to talk about this in the new year, but on Christmas, you're going to strike people. That's wild. But then also... we keep going into places where they obviously don't want us.
Nope.
That's U.S. history.
I mean, facts.
It's our national pastime.
Yes, facts.
So I'll be more read up on this one as, everything kind of progresses, but we got to be in some type of military operation somewhere, or it's like we get bored. And we still keep playing this game of like chicken with Venezuela. So
for me, the headline for December is Trump, you lied. Because you campaigned on and came in saying, I'm going to get us out of these wars. I'm going to keep us away from war. Mm-hmm. America first. And it's been conflict, issue after another, like Manny just mentioned, the potential situation with Venezuela, the strike on Nigeria, in the faux sense on behalf of African Christians or black or whatever, went from a man who says himself he's not Christian, can't give you a Bible verse.
Not even Jesus whip.
It's not even the shortest one, Jesus whip, if his life depended on it.
Right.
He probably pronounces Psalms as Psalm,
right.
or as Nicki Minaj, ignorant self said, Sam's.
Bro, that might have been the wildest pronunciation when she said that. I was like, why do these people keep letting y'all play that they are so? Never mind.
The wildest. The Book of Job. I can see him definitely saying the Book of Job.
Definitely Job.
And then he'll tell you the job numbers are up. We're doing such a great job.
Economy A plus.
Yes. Gold star economy.
Yep.
Anyway, but yeah, and these conflicts are at the crux of our national attention, and I'm baffled by it. I am baffled by it. We really didn't even touch on, again, as we said earlier, there's so many 1A, 1B, 1C different topics. We didn't go into detail about the different conflicts that Israel perpetuated, and we backed up. Yep. And we gave them the battery in their back and the confidence to do some of the things that they've been doing on this year. But again, to the point, you lied. You keep us in the midst of mess, and it's not going to end, sadly. I'm just, yeah. I'm not. I have my thoughts, and I'm trying not to be personal in regards to the strikes that happened on Christmas in Nigeria, because follow the money.
Yeah.
Simple as that. As we said last time, like they said in Rush Hour, follow the money. Mm-hmm. You follow the money, you see what the whole purpose of all this mess is, it's not about Christianity.
Nope.
It's not about Christianity at
It's
all.
not worried about persecuting Christians at all.
At all. Because anyway, yeah. So that's my thoughts on that. December has a lot to still offer us here on the 28th.
And that's wild.
That's very wild.
It's still wild.
The boys like, bro, we got about 2-3 days, and it still can go crazy from here.
Well, literally as we are recording right now, Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky is meeting with Trump at Mar-a-Lago. So at any moment, world-changing news could happen as we're recording.
Bro.
I told y'all the worst situationship I've ever witnessed.
We might have called Trump the minister of mess. Bro, I like that, Chuck, though. Accountability. And what we say here is that, when Trump does something right, we'll say he's done something right. When he's done something wrong, we'll say he's done something wrong. But I think that the statement that my brother Chuck has made is quite valid, and that Trump has not held to the promises, to the things that he said that he was going to do. I believe I heard him say that he was going to be a president of peace. He hasn't done nothing but sown as much division as he possibly can. So it's just this year, as you can tell by the length of this episode and the topics that we've covered, it's been a long time that we've all had to endure. And I don't care what side of the political aisle that you sit on. One of these topics has had some impact or some implication to somebody that you know. Like Chuck was saying earlier when we talked about the murder of Charlie Kirk. While it's affecting some people now, there are some people that have been affected since January, since February. That happened in September. There are some people that have suffered all year by some of the things that are happening, whether it be SNAP benefits, whether it be their health care, whether it just be from any government support or assistance that they've received, even down to our Department of Education and some of the uncertainty that may be coming with the dismantling of that department. So much that we all have experienced, but we all have experienced something this year.
Yep.
And while we conclude this recap, one thing that I like to say is that in spite of all of it, that we've had all the headlines, all the stories, all the breaking news, all the situation and circumstances, one thing that I am glad to walk out of with in 2025, walking into 2026, is you all and my co-hosts, my brother Manny, and my brother Chuck as well, too, in the entire LXI, that we are able to, with all the things that have gone on, we get to walk into 2026 to continue to provide content for you and continue to do what we love. It gets tough. Some of these headlines get hard. Some of them get frustrating. As you can tell sometimes when we cover stuff, and sometimes you can tell that we have a level of the tone of our voice changes, and you can tell that we're getting serious. But it's one of those things, man, that I'm grateful for, that we have this platform to be able to bring you guys our opinions, our thoughts, and I hope that you enjoy them. And I'm thankful for you guys, man. I don't know about y'all, man, but I'm thankful for the pod. I'm thankful for Pardon the Politics. We made it to 1 year in September. We didn't even speak about that, Manny.
We did, man.
We made it 1 year. Brother Chuck has started Encompass. He's been doing his thing. Our brother Frank the Fresh, who allows us all to sound as clear and crisp as we possibly can. He's been delivering the music and the beat tapes all year, and he's been doing a phenomenal job with that in spite of him leading his family. Our brother Eric doing his thing in the therapist realm and being able to make the strides that he's made. So many other that are in our group that you guys don't even know that are making the strides, and I'm grateful that 2025, despite all the things we've been through, we've been able to have those accomplishments and bring this podcast forth, to have Encompass, to have our brother Chuck step in. We didn't even cover that with Chuck stepping in for us when Manny had to go down, then I had to go down, and we had those that were able to stand in the gap, and even when we had to take a break. You guys allowed us that grace to do so and came back
and
returned with us to enjoy this podcast. And I'm grateful for that, man. Anything else you brothers got as we conclude?
No, definitely, stayed with us and looking at the early numbers. Some of y'all brought some people back with y'all. So
you brought a friend. That's how family and friends they work. Don't just come to church. Bring somebody with you.
Someone with
yes, sir.
So definitely so appreciative. Minus the BS.
Yeah.
Life is amazing. God is so good, so amazing. This year has truly been amazing, and I thank you all for joining me on this trip around the sun. And cheers to another. We'll see what 2026 has in store. Hopefully, it's a little calmer. I think we've earned a calm 2026. But midterms are coming. So,
hey, and look, get ready because the boys gonna be here for midterm.
Oh yeah,
and it's gonna get pretty heated. There's some races that's gonna get crazy, and we're gonna make it as informative and as entertaining as possible when that time comes. So yeah, I'm excited, brother Chuck. What you got, man?
Man, how can I follow that up, bro? You definitely highlighted all the important aspects of what we are grateful for. It's been an amazing year through the ups and downs. It's been an amazing year, and as our good brother Manny says, it's good to be seen instead of viewed.
And
I'm thankful, and I'm thankful for that. And so,
yes, sir.
With that, I appreciate you guys. It goes without saying. You're not heavy, you're my brother. And
yes, sir.
We continue to be a pillar in each other's lives, to hold each other up when we're weak. And I implore everyone to get you a strong community. It doesn't have to be a whole bunch of people. We are blessed for our community to be as deep as it is, but get you a community that you can lean on, that you can get recharged with. There are times when each of us may be dealing with something or be down, and we know that we can get recharged within our community. And it could be simply as us cracking jokes on each other and laughing and just having that moment of community. But I implore you to get a community as you go into 2026. I've actually been on a hiatus with my podcast because life has been super busy with my new job and my new responsibilities. It's been too long, but I will be dropping a new episode before the new year comes in. And I want to focus on renewing yourself. It's not new year, new me. It's the same you. It's just a renewed mind and renewed energy. Just renew yourself. And the way you could do that is by building your community and allowing yourself that grace. So I thank the pioneers and for welcoming me and not, sending vitriol and hate mail to my brother saying, get this bum out of here. I thank you for embracing me and welcoming me into your space. So that's all I have, man. Thank y'all.
Amen. And we appreciate you and everything that you do, brother. So, I believe we reached the conclusion of our episode. So as always, man, I believe all hearts and minds clear. We hope this episode finds you in the best space possible. And that we just thank you for tuning in. We thank you for being here, whether you again joined you've been from season 1, you joined in season 2, you've been here all year, or you just got here. Welcome. We got wings and we got drink in the back. Make yourself at home.
Whether you're here in the U.S., in North America, South America, our listeners globally, wherever you guys are at, thank you guys so much for your time and your attention this year.
Yes, we appreciate it greatly, and we hope to see all of you and more. Bring a friend, bring a friend, bring a friend.
Tell a friend and tell a friend.
Tell a friend to come, and we will be back with season 3. Man, season 3,
real
bro.
quick.
And wait.
Before I just want to say real quick, I know we didn't do a pickle, but the podcast has inspired me because I have a jar of Mount Olive kosher deal spears in the pantry, and when we finish, I'm going to eat some.
We did have a pickle. It was Eric, but
yeah, he's the pickle.
I do want to shout out our spouses and our other halves. They do a lot of work as well that allows us to be able to do what we need to do as well. So thank you all for your support and what we do.
Manny doing that just to go ahead and make sure he check all the marks.
He tried to make sure he come back.
Bruh, dot all the I's and cross all the T's. He said, look, y'all, I got to get this shout out there. It won't be no season 3. But yes.
Part of my absence.
Yep, that's going to be the new name. Part of my absence. But to Manny's point, yes, we're joking, partially. But, our families in general, they support us. And I think it's, just a testament to that, because even when I'm getting ready to record and my baby girl will say, you going to talk to Uncle Manny? And I'm like, yep. She was like, okay, I know when that mic come on. Mm-hmm. She know that Uncle Manny's coming and we're going to talk about politics, and she gives me that space where she don't come bother me, and she say, did you finish recording, Dad? And that excitement and how our families are connected with bringing this content together is a joy. So thank you to our spouses, thank you to our families, because our kids,
yes,
this is time away from them too. We could be playing, watching Bluey, doing this or doing that, but instead we're recording and trying to build this podcast and what our vision is for it in the future. So thank you to our family. So if nothing else further, we will see y'all in the new year, 2020.
Next year. We'll circle back next year.
Season 3. I can't believe we're on season 3, bro.
Season 3.
Season 3 of Pardon the Politics podcast. I am your co-host, Jeezy. My brother, Manny.
Hey.
My brother, Chuck.
What it do?
We thank you. We thank you for tuning in, and we will see you guys in season 3. Take care, world.
Peace.